Alright, so Georgia Power, you here, buddy?
Oh my goodness, am I ever in here?
Oh, wait. I gotta do a thing. Alright, there we go. Gotta make sure I have my in-game shindig turned on. You know?
Gotta get those shindigs in line.
Those shindigs, I believe, are pretty important. So here we go, dude. We got Game 4 coming on. Raise your Donners, man. Really coming back in that last game, you know? Could potentially be because of a stand-in. Maybe not. I'm just kidding. But anyway. but Snowballers...
Clawing back from the brink of elimination.
Nope. So Snowballers actually ended up, their mid player had to go. He had to take care of some stuff. So we got a stand-in, the White Mask, I believe, hopping in for him this game. So, an Omni Knight ban.
You gotta get that out of here.
Dude, that Omni Knight is just, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So here we go. You know, this could be the last game, you know what I mean? This could be it.
Yeah, every game here on out is win or go home for the for Raise Your Dongers. Oh, and the Tusk ban.
Yeah, that Tusk ban, that's a pretty big deal. The thing about a Tusk ban is I don't understand it at all.
But besides that, I completely get it.
I can't really say I've ever had a game where I'm like, you know what, I lost this game because they had a Tusk. But not to say I haven't seen Tusk really play exceptionally well, but generally there was an alternative reason.
We're gonna see a Void though for the first time today.
See, here's the thing though, that the Cage Kami, he was saying when I was playing with him last game that Meepo's definitely his best character, so he's already at a disadvantage and not having that Meepo out there. But they just grabbed that Void. They just grabbed that Void immediately, and that makes me sad because I hate Void. But we're gonna see him, and we're just gonna have to suck it up. The hype for the Void is gonna have to prevail.
And are we gonna see a Doom for the first time today? Those have been the insta bans. Maybe they'll break through this game.
I really don't. You know, I'm kind of a Void hater. I hop on the Void hating bandwagon in terms of I just don't think he is as effective as people are making him out to be in the current meta. He was really effective earlier on, I think, when it was more about the pushing lineups. But I don't know if he really gets the job done. You can ban out, or not ban out, you can Doom like a Void, and that could be effective, especially if you have Nims, get rid of those passives on him. But I don't know. I don't know if it's the route to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's the reason it's pro or it's used so much in the pro scene is because you can have an offlane faceless Void that still gets a ridiculous amount of farm. In these games, that usually doesn't happen when someone's going up against a tri-lane and still manages to get good farm. Frankly, not many of us are able to do that. There's a reason why they are professionals. So. Sure. I think a lot of people tried in the offlane. I've heard of a team called Scoot Gaming doing it once or twice, and it didn't work out. And maybe it was because of the player.
For some reason, could not get the Void to work. But regardless, here's the thing about Void though. His ult is always going to be effective. I mean, you could. All you need is like one spell or hero to complement the Void ult, and I mean, you could pretty much start your fights with a 4v5, and that's why, you know, that the hero will always be effective, and why he is a first pick. But either way, we'll have to see. The thing with Faceless Void too is that he is really squishy. Throughout all these games, we've seen a lot of big magic nuke, and Void is very susceptible to that. Yeah, he can backtrack some of it, but alternatively, a lot of people don't build him to get any health, and he can get nuked down in one set of spells, especially from somebody like a Timbersaw that they just picked up. So we'll have to see how that turns out for him.
But this Witch Doctor pick, though,
love him.
I'm ready for the Chronosphere into the Death Ward. And just watching Snowballers melt inside. Basically, anyone caught in that chrono is going to have a horrible time if Witch Doctor is there to set it up.
You gotta be there at the right time. And I feel like if their early aggression kind of pans out, like if they really utilize that Void ult from level 6, and really start getting those combos off early, it's a really good way to get ahead early. So I think that's what they need to do if they're going to really be effective here, especially against a hero like a Timbersaw. So we'll have to see what they do. But I'm going to expect a lot of heavy magic nuke, a lot of team fight coming out on snowballers here. However, they won't be getting that Tidehunter apparently, so they won't have that. But they don't really need it because they got the Timbersaw, right? That's kind of what they're going for. So. Got a Centaur ban here. That's something we saw in the first 2 games.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of play today. That's not surprising at all to me. What about Darkseer ban? First time today we've seen that. I guess they're worried about a vacuum into a Chronosphere. With a wall on top of that. I guess they're worried about that big wombo combo. But in fairness, we haven't seen a Darkseer today, and I'm not sure that anyone on either team is particularly comfortable with him, and maybe that's why.
Yeah,
we haven't seen him.
It's a little strange. Hey, do you have your mic open for in-game? Because apparently, Johnny Snug says he can't hear you in-game. So,
let me make sure. I do have open mic, and it looks like it's doing well. But
maybe he muted you. Maybe he hates you and muted you.
I think he muted me.
Stupid face anymore. I don't know.
I mean,
now he says he can hear you. I don't know. Anyway, little side note. Sorry, everybody, about that, but just want to make sure.
Technical difficulties. They happen.
Somebody in chat goes, "I'm hoping for Witch Doctor," and then he gets all excited and goes, "Yeah, he's got hype. He's got hype right now."
Yeah, the hype is real. I think that would have been a big deal if Raise Your Dongers had picked him up. Once again, for that Faceless Chrono, the Witch Doctor Skywrath Faceless is pretty tough to deal with. Yep. So, Raise Your Dongers I'm not sure that they wanted it as much as they didn't want the Raise Your Dongers to have it.
Oh god, a PA.
Ugh.
Ugh, that's right.
Huh. Now, Doom has to have Aghanim's in order to cancel Blur, right?
Yep. And Void no longer cancels that. However, you can still bash the hell out of him. Or her. It. Whatever it is. So there's that. I wouldn't say PA's a counter necessarily to him. But PA is a pain in the ass hero, man. Like, ugh. Again, though, another hero we're really susceptible to magic damage. They pick up a couple nukes, a couple things to deal with her, and she can fall over real quick, especially if you get a strong MKB like carry. I love Troll Warlord, and that hero against the Troll, if you get an MKB, that hero it doesn't exist. Like, she just isn't real. You just like look at PA as a Troll with an MKB, and she's gone. It's sweet.
She falls over.
Yep. Tinker's a good pick for her. Real good pick, actually. Tinker can die real hard, but, it's one of those things where the mischance and real heavy magic damage, again, just can melt PA real early on. Especially if you pressure her early enough to let her get the BKB up, it can really be effective. So we'll have to see where that kind of pans out. It all kind of depends on how their laning phase is going to go.
Absolutely. I think we're going to need to see a quick BKB on the Phantom Assassin. And something that I've seen recently actually be a lot more effective than I thought it'd be is something like a Faceless rushing an MKB against PA. Like, maybe go Mask of Madness right into MKB.
I've actually seen that happen against me when I was a PA, and trust me, it worked real well. I got mad.
That really surprises me that you can rush an MKB that fast and have it be effective. But I've seen a couple times where it's effective, and we'll see if that's what this Faceless is thinking. If you get Tread's Mask of Madness, you can farm with that. Like, you don't need anything else to farm with that. You can hit up the jungle, as long as you have, a point in your backtrack, and a couple points in your bash, you can farm with that in the jungle pretty steadily. So it's not
too bad to get an MKB out of. I mean, it's real early damage, which will help you out. So, the last 2 picks, though, a Tiny and a Lion coming out. I'm not sure what they're going to do with the Tiny. I guess that's their mid. They're going to bust out a Tiny mid. Skywrath support with the Vengeful. Really dangerous offensive support duo, by the way, there. For snowballers. So, all right, what team do you want to introduce, buddy?
You know what? I've been doing the Dire all day. Might as well keep it going. Right. We'll start with them. We got OM Goblins. Gonna take that Lion with that fancy new set. We got Bear Coalition on the Doom. We got Chinese characters on the Tinker. We got Kaje Okame on the Faceless Void, and we got good old Donkleberry on the Witch Doctor. How's that Radiant team looking?
A Donkleberry, man. All right, well, it looks like we got a Berserk playing this here Tiny. He's actually having bottom. I thought he was gonna end up being mid, but I guess they're just gonna safe lane him, farm up. But anyway, we got a 1-3-3-7er playing this Venge here. We got Awkwardly Brutal playing the Skywrath, the White Mask, who I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure this is the first time he's been in here. He's actually playing that PA, and he's also going to bot, so who knows where they're going. And then you have Captain Mundo. I can't forget about Captain Mundo. What a guy. With a whole 8 tangos, man, he ain't messing around. He's playing this here Timbersaw, so Captain Mundo, I expect to see a lot out of him, partly because he has Captain in his name, so. We got a little action potentially here bottom. Hopefully, we'll see what pans out.
Smoked up. They look like they mean business.
Yep.
Gonna have a little 1v1 up top maybe for the rune.
Strong early game aggression here going on from them. You know, making sure they get everything they want out of this here early pre-creep phase. Well played on them. I would love to see something like a Tiny Wisp going on. That'd be pretty sweet. But Wisp is a pain in the ass. And nobody likes playing that hero, except for me, but I have to be in the mood for it, you know what I mean?
You gotta be in the mood to just follow someone around all game.
Yeah, it's fun until you start losing, and then you're like, God, I hate this hero.
Well, we have
the Chinese characters playing that Tinker, though, man. Here we go. Pretty excited to see that.
We got 4 people that go for the bottom rune, and no one ends up getting it. They're all smoked up, and they just said, "Screw it, we don't want the bounty rune anyway. I hate gold and XP."
Yeah, I agree. It sucks. I'm.
Oh, here we go. They're going in mid. We got.
Oh wow, yeah.
We got it done. We got the dagger. The mischance is going to go off on the PA, but too much right click, too much damage, and that's first blood in favor of the snowballers.
Yeah, and on a Vengeful Spear too, actually a fantastic hero to get first blood on. As a support, she's definitely a support she needs items. Like a lot of people think, you know, because she has a stun, that she's a support that can kind of just like, you know, be effective no matter what. But she has insanely short range on all of her stuff. It's actually been buffed over a couple of the last recent patches, so it's not as bad as it used to be back in the day. But her stun range is insanely short compared to a lot of the sports out there. So it's
gotta smoke up mid. They're gonna wrap around and try to get Tinker round 2. The smoke's gonna get them under this observer ward right here. That's big. And I think if Tinker goes up much further, they got him.
Yep. And that's gonna be 2 deaths for that Tinker. That's gonna really hurt him. And here's the other thing to look at. They have. Sorry, go ahead.
Double slow and the magic missile under the tower. Not even gonna save him. He's dead again.
Yeah, I was saying how dangerous the support duo is, man. Like, and that Skywrath Mage actually leveled up Concussive Shot early, and that is exactly what they need for this Vengeful Spirit to get in there and get that stun off. Yeah, it has a short range, but you match it up with a hero like that has a, you know, pretty much like halfway across the map, freaking slow. You know what I mean? That range on that spell is insane, and it lets the Vengeful get in there and get her stun off without a problem. So it's really well played.
We're going to see a Witch Doctor rotate mid and start to babysit the Tinker a little bit. 2 early deaths will force that out for you.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to have a dual lane bot then with Duel and Lion. Our Lion looks like he's going to try to roam, but it looks like they're thinking about leaving the Faceless alone with the Timbers.
Which might not be a good idea. Alternatively, it's really a good idea that they're kind of making their mid a priority, because PA is not going to stand a chance against the Tinker mid. Anytime the PA tries to man up and attack that Tinker, the Tinker's just going to annihilate her because of the missile's not only going to do insane damage, but it just pretty much takes all the damage from like the Phantom Strikes out, you know, because of the mischance. So again, it's one of the things I played on multiple occasions because I kind of had a PA mid-phase, and it just does not work against the Tinker. It's a real huge mismatch. So it's really good that they're doing what they need to do to shut that Tinker down, and it's actually working. PA was and still is top net worth for the moment. So
Skyrat trying to go in bottom on Lion, but the follow-up stun's a little late. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get this. Lion comes out with the stun, but both people just going to walk away.
Yep.
Both people going to limp away.
Yeah, definitely a good call. Up top, leaving this Faceless Void might have not been the best idea. I mean, he does have 8 last hits, which isn't too terrible, but that Timber's having a field day. And, I mean, that's kind of how Timber is. Put him against any melee hero. Similar to, perhaps, a Tide Hunter. You know, it's gonna make his life a little miserable. As you can see, as he just, you know, blasts some of the Whirling Death in the face.
He's being awfully anxious, really underestimated the damage up there from Tinker. Hits him with that Whirling Death again, and he really is underestimating the damage that's coming out from that Timber Saw. Also, there's a huge level advantage. Timber is 2 levels above Faceless, and already has Arcane Boots done, so the harass will continue. We're going to see Vengeful Spirit kill the Lion. Let's get that fight recap. Oh, it was the Skywrath, and the Venge all went in on the Lion. All spells used by Venge, Skywrath, and Tiny. So a lot of magic damage coming out. Can't imagine the Lion could have done much about that.
My good boy Danny Fang decided to tell me in Twitch chat that it's Japanese, not Chinese. So we're all racist assholes, and we should feel bad about ourselves.
I sincerely apologize if that. I'm an ignorant American. What can I say? I don't know my Asian characters. I admit it.
Indy.
Up top, the Timber Saw is still beating the hell out of this Faceless Void, tanking tower shots, and not even caring a little bit.
Yeah, well, man, he is really up there, and there's not much you can do about it. He does have enough damage to get like a shotgun at this could be a kill, and he just got mana from this mana.
Oh, he misses the Whirling Death, or the Chakram, excuse me.
I think it's time to call it a day. Yeah, and he's just gonna back up.
I think it's time to lick our wounds and just go back.
Those are some real good jukes there. Probably a lot easier controlling 1 Void than it is 5 meat boost too, and it's definitely showing there.
Microbe is real. Witch Doctor on his way to come roam, but they do have a ward here, and they're gonna spot that out. Timbersaw looks like he was watching the map. Good on him. That's why we put the wards there. That roaming support duo coming up top, looking for a kill on this Void. Probably he just hit level 6, so could we see a big chrono?
Oh, this is gonna be a hell of a fight.
Malefist and Witch Doctor is dead.
He could have maybe chronoed there, but it probably would have just. Oh, look at that. That's not a very effective chrono at all.
Chronoed the tower inside of it to freeze it.
Oh boy. He has only a little bit of mana though. Mana boosts are up though, so.
He is in a sticky situation right now. He needs some help. Here comes the Tinker. Maybe they might actually catch this Timber Saw out.
Oh yeah, that Tinker definitely.
He's dead.
Yeah, he was not expecting that Tinker to rotate up, so that definitely caught him off guard real well.
That TP out from Venge, concussive shot by Skywrath just to make sure she's going to get away.
So ever since the last patch, when they made March of the Machines not affect Ancients anymore, you've been seeing this build of Tinker pretty much almost 100%, where they max out Laser first. You know, they may or may not get rearmed. Generally, they don't, and they go right for 2 into heat-seeking missiles. And then they'll go, they'll get their bots, they'll get their Soul Ring, and then, put a point in rearm. And then, more towards mid-game, they'll use March of the Machines for pushing, but they'll go real strong in hero kill. And it was a build that, generally worked before, but, we got a kill going on top.
We're going to see Witch Doctor go down. Looks like he got out of position. Faceless Void also low on health, so it looks like they got a little ambitious there. Timbersaw's going to dive. Chakram's going to slow him, and he goes down.
Not sure why he didn't just time walk away there a little bit more. I guess he just expected Timber Chain to come out, or maybe
He only has that one level in time walk. That's probably about his max range. The max range at level 1 is 700, which is pretty small.
Yeah, it's a little more than like a ranged hero right click.
Right. Get the Venge and the Tiny going in bottom. Are they gonna get goblins? One more right click should do it, and he will. They keep going on Doom. If they're out of spells, they're out of mana.
Yep.
And there are a lot of stuns and magic damage. You called it. A ton of magic damage on this Radiant team, and it's really coming back. Oh, Tinker moving in bot. One more right click to finish off Tiny. There it is. We've got a rotation from Witch Doctor and Tinker coming in. Picking him up another kill. Timbersaw just finished off his Soul Ring. Getting a little more antsy up top. He's got I think that the level advantage is his biggest perk right now. He's an 8, and only the Tinker can really compare.
And the P. Or wait, never mind. I got confused. Yes. So the Tinker probably at this point is going to be a pretty good contender for like the most effective hero right now, just because of his level and the amount of damage he can pump out is just insane. But again, the thing to look out for in this game, I think mostly is going to be the Tiny and how farmed that Tiny can be towards the latter end of the game.
Yeah, going in mid. Oh, there is the gangbang. That is that support combo. Up top, we got Timber's in a little bit of trouble. He's so tanky though. Gets caught in the chrono though. Faceless, no attack speed. I think he's
trying. Actually end up dying.
He's not gonna make it. He doing a whole lot of damage, but not able to finish off any of them.
So we do end up seeing this Doom here. I haven't really seen him do much. I guess he's just been jungling, yes?
No, he's been bottom lane, deflying.
Oh, right. Okay, that is right. Yeah, he, I mean, I haven't seen a Doom yet, have you? Or I guess he's only been 6 for a little while, but I'm expecting to start seeing Dooms maybe on the Tiny, or maybe just a support. The thing about the hero Doom that, I mean, this is kind of what separates like a good Doom or a good team versus a bad team in terms of using Doom, is a lot of the times people just see Doom and they lose their mind and start attacking it, when really the better way to utilize it, if you watch the pros, is they always would Doom a target only to prevent them from doing anything in a fight, and then they'll actually focus a different target. So essentially it takes a 5v5 and it becomes a 5v4, because you Doom a target that's not going to be able to be effective just by right-clicking, where some heroes could, you know, but they'll Doom something like an Invoker where, you know, its right-clicks will do a little, but it's more or less relying on its spells.
Well, shit, Timbersaw is going to find Void, who was jungling with very little health, but Timbersaw seeks him out in the jungle, is going to bring him down. Goodness.
Right, he might have actually even been looking for the Doom, but maybe not. And he probably is on Hunt Down Void, which is what I was kind of saying in the early part of the draft, is how effective once that Timber gets his levels, he could be against that Void. A little bit of an interesting skill build too by the Timbersaw. 4 points in Timber Chain and 3 in the reactive armor. Really wants to make sure he's tanky enough to survive that chrono, I suppose.
Just a straight walk-up rocket laser combo. Wow. That's going to finish off PA, but Tinker is going to get stunned by Venge, and
that's going to be a lot of damage coming up.
Yeah, where's the Whirling Death? There it is. He's done.
I guess that 1 point in Whirling Death does get the, you know, the job done. I mean, the 15% stat reduction, yeah, is...
Tiny toss Avalanche almost finished off a Dune bottom lane. Goodness.
Yep, hell of a combo if you can get it off.
The magic damage is real. Faceless Void casually backtracks a Skywrath Arcane Bolt.
Tiny just got his wand and his drums done, looks like. So, 2 items, two earlier game items coming out.
Timbersaw is going to run into a low health Witch Doctor up top. He's going to finish him off here unless there's a chrono. Nope. Does have chrono available. Might need
actually get 2. Yeah, he's going to have to use it to get out of there. Oh man, he's going Mask of Madness too in the Void, which great item for the Void, but it's scary.
I mean, he gets bottom on Tiny. Can we get a stun on a Lion? Oh, barely has that
stun! Really well played there. Oh, Goblins, what a guy. What a guy that Goblins is.
Finish him off. What a guy.
Yeah, that Bear Coalition, man. What a name, what a doom. I'll tell you that much. I figured Doom would be a great target. Or Tiny would be a great target for the Doom there. And kind of showed there a little bit. Really, really good way to get an early kill on him. Kind of slow down his farm. Unfortunately, he did just buy a lot of items, so... No, he bought first, but they are probably going to end up getting this top tower.
It goes down.
This Timber's giving him a hell of a time right now.
Yeah.
Maybe too hard of a time. It could be a problem for him. Could be a big problem for him.
Yeah, he just flat out dominated that lane. There's no other way to say it. Timber looks like he's gonna go hunting mid. I think we're, or is he gonna find this Faceless in the jungle again? Faceless does have full health. I'm not sure he can kill him this time. But is he gonna get it? Oh, it looks like he's gonna try. Nope, he's gonna pass it up and go on this lion. There's a stun in the fish. Mana drain.
Oh, he does not have Void ult, though.
Oh, here comes the team fight. Witch Doctor ult. There it is. Where's the stun? Where's the silence?
Wow. Did you see how many evasions like happened during? Oh my god. He must have evaded about half of them Witch Doctor hits. That was kind of wild.
Wow. EA coming in hot. Timber's still there. And
Doom's real tanky,
have enough damage. They should have enough damage. There it is. Tinker walking into the fight just walks up and lasers Skywrath. Looks like he's in a pretty bad spot though. Yep,
oh, this is not looking good. This looks like it might be the end of the tournament unless something crazy starts happening because this PA is getting pretty fat, getting pretty big. This Timber doing a ton of damage, really hurting him a lot.
Timber's gonna carry him in this early game to the point where PA gets fat and maybe even Tiny.
Cage Okami wish him more than ever he had his Meepo right now, but he really wants that Meepo. He's like, this Doom is just too squishy. I want my Meepo to make me happy.
Tiny getting a little adventurous, gets fingered, but not a whole lot of damage coming out from that. He already has 1,300 health thanks to Strength Power Treads and that Bracer. So he's gonna casually walk away from the fingering.
Yeah, he's about had his enjoyment down, but he's just gonna kind of go on and do his own thing. You know, a lot of action mid going on there. You got the Timber PA and the Veg hanging out.
Not gonna be contested. We have not seen. They did it there, but today we have not seen as many glyphs used on T1s as I would have thought. Doom going on Tiny bottom. I think he's gonna go down. Doom does do almost no damage early on, so. See, those phase boots can get him close. He leaves him. Yeah, he's gonna get him.
It was a good move. Maybe
mid, we're gonna get a big fight. I think the ult came out on Skywrath and missed. It did. But under the tower, Tinker going to work, doing a lot of damage, but just not enough. Oh god, Witch Doctor explodes while he's using his ult. That was a massive crit from PA.
I'm surprised they didn't dive that further, but I guess there was a pretty good hunt nearby and the Tinker was still hiding in the trees.
Screw a silence from Skywrath. PA is just going to blow up Witch Doctor when he ults.
Gonna need a lot more of those to keep him off that T2, unfortunately. And this is where this, like the laser and the heat-seeking missile are going to be effective here. But if he had more to the machines, it would really kind of keep him off the tower a little bit more. It might actually do a good damage from to the Timber side, even while he just kind of stop him from strolling around doing whatever the hell he wants, which is pretty much what he's been doing the entire game.
Mass TPs for the Timber saw, but they can't Timber chain and he's out of there. They have no chase really. No mobility.
If Razor Dongers really wants to stand a chance in this game, what they need to do is really utilize their combos a little bit better. I mean, between the Tinker, the Void, and the Witch Doctor, those three have the potential to kill anybody in the entire game very quickly. And they really, I think, need to start sticking together and using their cooldowns at the same time. I mean, they could catch out that Timber or the PA and kill them really easy in that Void ult. They just need to make sure that's
actually catching out that Timber. We got Tinker trying to go on Tinker mid, but then Tinker's got friends. Stun from Witch Doctor and from Lion.
So like right there, that Void actually.
Is there enough damage though?
The Void actually split off. I don't know why he didn't just keep going in. They definitely could have killed that Timber.
Rockets. I don't know, not enough damage. Here comes the rest of Radiant.
This could be a good time for a Void ult here. And he ends up catching a Skywrath with it, but he's gonna get stunned.
PA comes in from behind, chops up Lion. Witch Doctor trying to go to work. But PA comes in and blows him up once again.
There's a really good Skywrath ult there after he got swapped out and actually ended up killing the Void. That was really well played. The thing that hurt him, though, is he had a moment where he paused there and he actually didn't end up catching both of the supports out. I'm not sure if he wanted to catch the Timber, too, and was kind of, like, hesitant on what he wanted to do, but it actually ended up hurting him because Venge is a really good counter if she doesn't get caught in the Void ult. Because you could just swap out the person after a few hits, and that's exactly what you just saw there.
I think your TP's in and might have gone too far. The Timber Saw and the Tiny are going to be able to bring him out. The Doom is going to kill the Timber Saw. I thought the Finger helped out, but the Tiny's going to...
Yeah, I can't believe they didn't finish him off, but it's alright.
Huh.
They're okay. We made it.
So was that?
You know, we can't really take Razor Dawners out of this yet. I mean, they're not. The PA's getting real scary though, and that's pretty much what makes me think that this game is pretty close to being over before it even began. You let that hero get off to a good start, and it's real hard to recover from. So, and he went to BKB. He went the safe route, so he's not even taking chances or playing around.
We had the Doom Rush and Aghanims. And I'm not sure who he's going to prioritize with that because we've got a Timber Saw and a Tiny, which are very good targets for that. And but then you want to get that blur off of PA so you can actually nuke her down. So I really don't know. He's got a lot of Doom targets he's got to worry about, and I don't know if he can doom them all. It's not like Pokemon; you can't just doom them all.
And Void's in a really tough situation here because there's a lot of items that he needs to be able to carry.
And he's about to die, but besides that...
yeah.
Timber Saw chains in with the stun from Venge. Lion trying to save him. The backtrack.
The backtrack! Unreal, he's gonna live this. He is... Nope, there might be another dagger here. Nope, he's gonna live this.
She's not feeling feisty. She's gonna let him go.
Wow, that backtrack. What a player. What a player with that backtrack there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this Void really needs to make sure that backtrack's not going to save him every time. I mean, and it's max, so like, I mean, it's not going to get any more RNG for him. But he needs to make sure he gets a little bit of health here. I think at least finish off his treads at least before he goes in for anything else. So I'm not sure what he's going to go next. He might even want to consider a Nims because I don't know how much he's going to really be able to get in the face and start beating on people yet. But he's eventually going to need an MKB to go face to face.
I think he's almost a utility right now. He's going to BKB and try to go in on the Tinker mid, but he just TP's out. Well played there.
Not a good BKB use. I'm not sure. I guess he just... Oh, look at that, though.
Here comes the Witch Doctor ult.
Look at how tanky
that guy is. But...
Ends up getting the Doom on PA. She's gonna go down.
PA's gonna go down. So is the Timber Saw. Wow. They played around in the Witch Doctor ult there, and they paid the price for it.
Yeah, and that was a 10-second BKB use too. That really paid off in Razor Dawn's favor.
Finger goes off on Skywrath, but he has almost full health, so it's not gonna do much.
Yeah. That line needs a blink or Force Staff or something to get up there a little bit more and get a CCs off. They don't really have too much chase at all on Razor Dawners. No slows, really. A little bit of CCs, but no slows at all. So, where on the other hand, Snowball Cash Money has a ton of chase.
We do have a Shadow Blade coming out on Doom. Yep, I know you're not a fan of the Battle Blade. I think it's gonna be. It's kind of got two uses where you can Shadow Blade in, or you can Doom someone and then Shadow Blade, and since he has Ags, you can just kind of hang out around him and make that Doom last longer. But it's kind of a cheeky build. He is 6-1, so maybe we'll let it slide a little bit and assume he knows what he's doing. But he did opt to skip the Midas, which I think was the good play since they were down already. Now we're seeing Radiant try to group up and force something, but Dire already has the ward, the vision, so they're not going to do anything stupid over there.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how this game pans out. They have a lot of carry potential. And I tell you what, Tiny is a real good counter to Void too. I don't know how this Void's going to do it. I think if they stand any chance of really winning this game, they need to see that Tinker get kind of out of control. I think that's going to be what they're really going to need. Even maybe more than the Void, because they picked around the Void quite a lot. A lot of Void survivability. They really didn't want that Chrono. Craggy exterior just makes Void an unhappy, weird, faceless being, because it'll stun him. So that's not really going to work too well for him. And on top of that, they got Swap, PA's Evasion. They have Skywrath ult to stop him from beating. Like, you just drop that over whatever target he's hitting, right? And it sucks, man. Like,
yeah, he won't even be able to. He won't even be able to stay inside of his own Chrono.
Really well drafted on their part. I'll tell you that much. So, I don't know. It's like this Tinker's going to really need to kind of take the thing. The Doom.
Tiny's gonna find a stray Witch Doctor out of position. I think he was going to try to ward, but Tiny says,
"R.I.P."
Eh.
Tiny almost has his ag stun too. He's about 400 off, 450.
Looks like we're gonna see an engagement here at this T2 mid. The Witch Doctor is down, so we can't see that ult combo, which really saved them last time. Lion's gonna try to deny this, and
good.
Does get the deny. I was a little surprised that
with his shit. It's all good. He's all right.
I was surprised that that Radiant didn't go in once they went for that deny, because they were kind of out of position, and then the tower was going to go down. So I'm surprised PA, with how ahead she is, didn't go for it.
Yeah, PA could definitely play a little more aggressive. I mean, if she uses her BKB defensively, even, I mean, that's pretty good. PA definitely going for a basher though with that javelin in her inventory. So. That's going to be a pain in the ass, especially for Tinker. Not going to be able to TP out anymore. BKB is not going to be able to let him miss him.
Oh, wow. Wow. The random dust.
How did that? Wow.
I mean, they do not have a sentry ward anywhere. No, they have a sentry ward here. But that's so far away.
They might have caught that out, though. They might have saw that he was nearby, you know what I mean?
That's
I don't
very
know.
Very
That's
well
probably
timed,
a Rax, though.
Now they're letting their T3 go down, a tactical move. We'll see how it pays off. Witch Doctor trying to get cute and gets absolutely blown up, trying to throw a look at it go. Baseless gonna have a big oh no, only gets one and immediately gets swapped out.
Immediately. Oh man.
Laser Rocket, Tinker's doing all he can, but he's out of mana. Tiny's diving deep, and they're gonna get these mid racks.
This is where Tiny's so dangerous. Look how much damage he does with each one of those hits. I mean, the buildings just explode. They don't stand a chance. Tiny's got that immortal item too. That corrupted scepter branch thing that he has. Oh man. It's gonna be real hard for him to come back from this.
Doom comes out and Doom's the Skywrath, just trying to get an easy target. They should deny him.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's dead, but he's gonna get denied for sure when he's that far back. I feel like that's just desperation. That wasn't even used well at that point. It's just they did a lot to counter this Void, and those two early ganks on the Tinker, man, just really set this game in motion, and you're seeing that right now. Only 26 minutes in, and the writing's pretty much on the wall already after that engagement there.
Absolutely, it's not looking good, to say the least.
It's gonna take a crazy kind of miracle from the really recover at this point, or a lot of errors on the side of Snowballs. But again, we just saw that basher in play on the Tinker, poor guy.
Yep. Try to get cute and TP out right in front of her, but she's got a basher, and it's not going to go well. We got Avenge jungling at 36 health, but she's feeling adventurous today. She's going to do it.
Hey man, it's just the jungle creeps, you know? You know what to expect from them, you know what I mean? Like, no surprises when it comes to jungle creeps.
Unless they want to throw out one of their abilities every once in a while for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, that's weird. Sometimes they do that. It's generally when you have, like, illusions and stuff, though, or when there's multiple people.
Right.
But not too often, but...
They let this I think they should let this go and fight in their base. I don't think they should mess with this at all.
Yeah, they're really, like, playing dangerously, even being up that far, because, I mean, PA initiation is so long range, so I have to be really careful. And she does have a BKB, so she can annihilate the 2 supports and the time her BKB comes off cooldown.
Now, a hasted Shadowbladed Doom could be pretty dangerous since he has Ags, but it doesn't look like he's going to get a chance to use it. Because he could Doom someone, Shadowblade, and be hasted around and walk all around him, and he'd stick pretty close to him. We do have a Timbersaw pulling out the Ag, so we're going to see 2 Chakrams, which is phenomenal. A lot of pretty colors and stuff.
Oh yeah, beautiful colors actually.
And as expected, we're going to see a Tiny start working on the AC, so he's going to absolutely melt buildings when he's finished with that. So what else we got? They see a double damage room bot. Maybe they want to think about doing Roche, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Oh, and PEA also has a bottle since she went mid, so she can save that double damage for a team fight. Oh, here comes the Doom. He Shadow Blades, and he's not going to be able to find anyone. He's there. I don't think he can Doom it. I don't think he can go in on this. His Shadow Blade's getting pretty close to expiring. He's going to try to steal it, I believe, but Roche immediately turns on him and gets bashed by it. Doom snatches the Aegis. Radiant does get the kill, but Doom snatches the Aegis. PA is doomed, and she has Ag. She was right there. Skyrot's with not using the concussive shot, so the ult's gonna pretty much miss. Timbersaw on the backside is gonna get the Witch Doctor. PA does die from the Doom, and Doom's gonna Shadow Blade away, and the Mist Timber Train is gonna do it.
Wow, that was pretty intense.
That was
a pretty crazy little setup we had there, man. Tell you that much. Nothing like a good Roche steal, you know, to get the hype going.
Man, his Shadow Blade ran out at a pretty inconvenient time. Roche had about 300 health left, and it was done.
Oh boy.
Now, do we know why we're pausing?
I don't know. Probably because there's too much hype maybe going on.
You're right. I need to calm down. I can't. People can't take it.
Coming up? What do you mean coming up? We got it right now.
I don't know if you understand. Oh shit, we got it right now. And they're gonna kind of peel off this chase because they really got nothing. Faceless Void did split push that top T1 on Radiant. He's going for that MKB we were talking about, and is also trying to get blown up by this Timbersaw, but man, after he threw both of his chakrams, he was dead out of mana.
Yeah, those things cost a lot. 400.
Yeah, especially this early when you rush the. He went Bloodstone first, so he didn't rush it too bad, but man, then early Ags leads to mana problems. Yep,
I think once he gets an item like either a Shiva's or a Sheepstick, something that gives the extra intel, he'll be alright.
Yeah, I'm thinking Shiva's is his next move. He is buying Boots of Travel, but I think Shiva's after that. Something to give him some mana. And Sheep would also be good just because so many carries locked down.
His Boots of Travel is definitely probably the best item for him to get next, but because he has a lot of farm potential. The Bloodstone's obviously going to give him a lot of regen. I mean, he was pretty much out of mana and he's already back up almost to full, so he'll be alright. He'll get over it. Meanwhile, this Faceless Void is going right to the MKB, though. He does finish his tread, so it's good to see that, but yeah, he's real behind me. I mean, 72 last hits compared to 171, so behind 100 on the Tiny, and that's not even including the PA. Yeah, Tiny though, man, that hero can farm real fast.
Tiny just finished that AC, and so buildings are literally gonna melt in front of him.
Yeah, they're gonna go bye.
That's gonna be scary.
It's gonna be awesome.
Now, what the Doom looks like he's working on the Shivas.
Real cool set though for the Tiny. Like, oh man, he looks awesome. Like, look at that face, dude.
That red stuff.
It's not even the red. Look at his face. It's so awesome.
Oh, the beard made of white oak. It's majestic.
It's pretty sweet. I like Tiny. I like Tiny as a hero. Hesitant to play him because he's, I don't know, situational, but real cool.
Oh, here goes the swap. They're going to go in on the Void and absolutely annihilate him before team fight even starts. dust comes out, revealing the Doom, so he's in trouble. PA going to work. Witch Doctor cancels it almost immediately because he knows he's in trouble, and the whole Raise Your Dongers team, except for Witch Doctor, all in the bash, and Witch Doctor's done too. Here comes the GGs, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you your Hungrybros Challenger Cup champions, the Snowballers.
Very well played this last game in their part. They knew exactly what they wanted to do going into this. They knew exactly how to deal with the Void. It was very well played all around by that team there. Really good games pretty much every time. They really came and they really, every game they just played well. Knew exactly what they wanted to do. So
I think the MVP of this draft is this game is whoever drafted for them. I think it was 1337, but they kind of let the quote OP Faceless and Doom slide and just drafted around the Void. They made that Void's life miserable. They just counterpicked him, and that's the, anytime you pick someone first, that's the risk you run, that's the risk you take, and so they counterpicked the heck out of Void and made him have a horrible time.
Well, yeah, one of the big problems with the Void is it's like he's gonna get banned out. If not the first round, definitely the second, and if not the second round, most certainly the third. So the hero's, he's a pain in the ass to deal with, but I mean, I'll say it once, I'll say it a million times, is the hero's he's pretty squishy. And if you don't have the ability to survive the spells, you're going to have a bad time in that hero. And it pretty much showed here. That Timber just bullied him the whole game, and there wasn't much you could really do about it. And that ended up pretty much escalating to the point where he couldn't get any farm. He couldn't really get to the point he needs to get to be the really effective Void that you would see. The other thing that really helped him out, again, is just the duo rotating as the Skywrath and Vengeful. That was really effective. That hurt that Tinker a lot. And I think we would have saw a much better game out of the Tinker. He did get a decent bit of farm even because of it. But if he would have been able to bully that PA out of the lane, this game could have went totally different. But because those two back-to-back kills on him, followed up by a couple other rotations later on, that Tinker really had a hard time too. And those early laning phases definitely just gave this victory to him the whole way. And it was very well played. As for MVP...
Oh, you're reading my mind, dude.
It's hard to say. I'm probably going to have to go either the Venge or the Timber. One of those two. They both played real well.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Anyone that's played Venge knows it is hard to only die once as Venge.
Yeah,
that is real tough. And then the Timber just manned up and bullied the hell out of people, and just really dominated that lane he had with Faceless. And so that really set back the Faceless, and the Venge helped set back the Tinker. So both of them really doing their jobs well, and I think that's why they won the game. Any other
right place at the right time for sure.
Absolutely. You got any other final thoughts, Mr. Beef Nardo?
No, that's about it. Let's just plug our stuff and get out.
Oh, don't worry. my name is Georgia Power. I'm at twitch.tv/Georgia Power. I do a lot of Dota casting, Dota games, as well as some other games. My co-caster here, the great Beef Nardo from Skook Gaming, twitch.tv/Skook Gaming. That's SKOOK Gaming. We like to have a lot of fun. We like to play little dotes, and we just appreciate you all having us and letting us cast these games. But let's not forget who the real MVP is, Mr. Night Vision from Hard Support. Good old twitch.tv/Hard Support, which is probably where you're watching this. As many of you know, this is a charity tournament. We've raised enough money to feed over 40 meals, I believe, he said.
40 meals,
so,
you bet.
Yep, so 40 people are going to be eaten that would not have been without our help. So, way to go, guys. You guys as the Hard Support community are awesome, and you made that happen. So, shout out to Dan from Hard Support. And so, Georgia Power, on behalf of me, Georgia Power, Beef Nardo of Skook Gaming, and Night Vision from Hard Support, thank you all very much, and congrats to the Snowballers.
Yep, congrats, Snowballers. Well played, guys.
right, guys. Well, that is going to be the end of the tournament. And thank you so much, all you viewers, for watching. Thank you, casters, for casting. And thank you, players, for playing some great games for us to enjoy. I realize there's lots of complications today with some of the organization. I learned a lot with what I can improve on for next time. Part of that is going to be lobby moderation. So, guys, thank you so much for doing this with us. We raised a bunch of money for a bunch of bros who are hungry and need some shelter. And that's what a big part of the point of this was. We did it together. We did it. Thanks, guys. All right, well, just to recap, the winning team is going to be winning 5 chests. Now, the chests are going to be any chest that they decide. Each person on the team is going to get to decide a chest. $5 US and under, and they can choose whatever chest they want. And they'll send me a list, and I will send them the chest. So, Snowballers, if you're listening, send me a list, and I will get that to you ASAP. Okay, guys. Well, that's the end of the tournament. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. And we had an absolute blast doing it with you. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for this weekend. Thank you so much. We'll see you again tomorrow night for our regular scheduled stream. Thanks so much.